Good evening, I'm Jeff Lyons. It is Wednesday, September the 3rd, 9 o'clock, time for the 14First Alert Weather Show. And we stream every night at 9 o'clock, keep you up to date on the weather. If you have questions, comments, you can put them on the 14 News Facebook page, and I'll be checking those as we get into the program here tonight. We have rain on the way, so something to actually talk about here this evening, and we will get to that directly. First off, that's kind of our lead story here, some overnight showers, maybe a rumble of thunder. Clearing skies then on Thursday, and it will get cooler as high temps only rise into the lower 70s tomorrow. And then another cool down this weekend behind yet another cold front. Here's the live radar sweep at the moment. The rain not in the tri-state just yet, but you can see it now making its way down here. We may have some showers across southern Illinois by 10 o'clock here or so, which is a good thing. The only problem is we're not seeing a lot of rain. It may only be a couple tenths of an inch, if that. We can hope for more, but right now it looks like the better thunderstorm activity is to our north, up around Terre Haute and into southern Illinois there around Danville and Champaign. For us, our model's still consistently showing rain moving in around 10:30. And then that will sweep through. We have additional showers and storms possible overnight and continuing then into the early morning hours tomorrow morning. So it may dampen your commute out there, especially if you're heading out, between say 5 and 7 a.m. Clear skies return them by the afternoon, and northwest winds, which is why it's going to be so cool out there and dry as well. It will be short-lived as we have another round of clouds coming in with another cold front, and this one is aligned more east-west, so the showers will kind of move from the west to the east. Best chances for rain look like tomorrow evening. We may get wet at the football games Friday night, especially there in the northern part of the tri-state, so think Gibson Southern and Jasper, Huntingburg, Southridge, places like that, maybe even up into Fairfield there, and Mount Carmel in the Snake Pit. So we have some rain on the way. Those dew points have juiced up, though. We're at 60 right now. That's as high as it's been today, other than maybe this morning when we had that fog. And for the next 7 days, our temperatures really staying in check here. We're not looking at any big warm-ups or crazy temps. In fact, it'll be quite cool by Monday morning, maybe even upper 40s out in parts of the tri-state. The GFS has pulled back on the aerial coverage of the rainfall and how much. We're probably still in that sub-half-inch range for just about everybody. Our cool air, though, seems to be penetrating now about 2/3 of the country, basically east of the Rockies. West, we still have some hellacious heat. 100 in Phoenix. We set many records today up here in the northwest. Salt Lake City, they're still at 85 degrees right now. The temperatures here in the tri-state have kind of leveled out now that we have clouds coming down from the north, and we will likely see the temp drop then early tomorrow morning with the passage of the cold front. We were at 88 today on the high end and 58 this morning, so 30-degree swing in the temperature. Pretty typical when the air is somewhat dry as it was today. That means 3 in a row here at 85 degrees or greater for the month. For September now, we are still waiting for the rain to arrive, so we're about 2/10 behind where we should be. Our average temperature for just the 3 days completed here about 3.5 degrees cooler than average, and that's because of the cool mornings that we've had. For tomorrow, we're still looking at mid-70s and sunny by the afternoon after some early morning rain. So as that low continues to spin, it's also generating another cold front, which will swing through then Friday night and Saturday. Quick check of the tropics. We have a tropical wave now out here in the Atlantic. The National Hurricane Center probably issuing some sort of advisory there, maybe even a tropical depression or a tropical storm in the next 3 to 5 days. Still pretty quiet in the Caribbean. If you have a cruise planned or anything in the Gulf, it's quiet right now too. However, both areas are expected to perk up a little bit tropical action-wise in the coming 5 to 7 days. The best chance for severe weather way out here to the west around Wichita tonight. And then tomorrow, once those showers come through, we will go back to a 0 chance for storms. That thunder is from midnight to about 6 a.m. or so. And then on Friday, another chance maybe for some rumbles of thunder as that second wave moves in on Friday evening. And this will give you a little better depiction of how that plays out. So cold front number 1, the one we're going to get tonight, slices through in kind of the traditional way, and then cold front number 2 kind of flattens out, and therefore the rain will move along the front. Sometimes that'll set us up for training thunderstorms, which can produce a lot of rain, but it's going to be moving too fast to really do that for us. And now the GFS is kind of flip-flopped from what I showed you yesterday. It keeps us dry through the weekend and most of the first half of next week. It also is still generating a hurricane or tropical storm that will be moving toward the Caribbean here. These are the Windward and Leeward Islands, probably back up into the Bahamas there if it comes together. That's just a model depiction. It's not what's actually happening. And the GFS is notorious for generating these ghost hurricanes several days out and then they disappear. So anyway, we will watch that, but no imminent threat. And the Euro is completely dry after Friday night's showers, if we get any. So 63 tonight with showers and maybe a rumble of thunder or two. And then tomorrow the temp hits 76 with clearing skies during the day. And over the next 7 days, rain chances are pretty slim going into next week. So we continue the dry pattern out there. And the cool pattern too. Our temperature outlook is still running cooler than normal and dry to much drier than normal across the Ohio River Valley. Well, we have kind of a sad story tonight in Pet Pick. This is Ainsley Ferguson and her buddy Minnie. And unfortunately, Minnie went over the Rainbow Bridge a couple of weeks ago, so Ainsley's pretty sad. And I thought maybe this would cheer you up a little bit, seeing you two pretty girls there on the First Alert Weather Show at 9. But that's always tough to lose one of your fur babies out there. So our condolences, and hope you feel a little bit better if we could give you some measure of comfort here. Let's see. Our comments this evening, we've got Cheyenne Hammonds watching, saying good evening. Hey Cheyenne. Sergeant Williams is on. Jessica Halsney says bring on the hoodie weather. Well, we've kind of been there off and on. I've had one on, but then again my blood's thin, so I like to get out there and enjoy the cool air. You know, even if it's not too cool. When I have that sweatshirt on, it makes me feel like maybe it's cooler than it actually is. All right, we will go from Ainsley and Minnie there, the late Minnie, to coming attractions in the sky here for Science Corner. Saturday will be the full moon, and this one is called the full corn moon because the Indians, Native Americans harvested corn this time of the year. Now you might be thinking this should be called the harvest moon, but not so fast, because the harvest moon is the one that falls closest to the autumnal equinox, the first day of fall. And that's not going to happen until September 22nd. So if you count the days, October 6th is actually a little bit closer. So it will be the harvest moon and also a super moon, meaning a little bit larger. It will appear larger. I mean, the moon's the same size always. And one other attraction, if you have a good telescope or maybe even binoculars or good eyes, you might be able to see Saturn, or the rings on Saturn with a telescope. You'll see Saturn here just off to the right, or about the 4 o'clock position on the full moon on Saturday and Sunday. A conjunction, we call that, when they're close together. So that's a big attraction. And one of the reasons it's a super moon, and we're going to have 3, by the way, October, November, December, all super moons. And the reason is that, as we've talked about here on the weather show before, the moon's orbit is elliptical. So there are times that it's far away and times that it's close. That lunar cycle lasts 29.5 days, and the moon moves east about 12 to 13 degrees each night in the sky. So there's always it's kind of in a different orientation each evening. And also because of that, the moon rises a little bit later each night, about 45 to 50 minutes later. Now, with the elliptical orbit, we're in a position right now where we are, where the moon is at perigee, right? Where it's closest to the Earth. That would be over here. Apogee is where it's way, way out here at its farthest point. So at perigee on September 10th, the moon will appear to be about 14% larger. Now you might see some hype on your social media feed, you know, the biggest brightest, scariest moon in the next 100 years. But anyway, that's typical clickbait. The moon does this all the time. But you may notice it looks somewhat more prominent there in the night sky. So something to check out here this weekend. And we should have good weather for it too, as we are going to clear out. One more quick check of questions, comments. Oh, Jeff Miller, I said that earlier, has been doing a rain dance all day long. All right, well, we'll see if your rain dance pays off. That'll be good. Because if it does, I know some farmers that might have you come down to their property and do the dance. Don't know if they have crops in or not, but they might want to see the entertainment. So, all right. I think I've done as much as I can here. And I'm going to throw it back here, and we'll see you on 14 News at 10. Please stay safe. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.